Alaykum. Welcome to Sisters vlog. So today's vlog is on St Bartholomew's Hospital where we both work, and it's going to be about the Family Liaison Hub and how they work and what they do, what services they provide. This is what our hospital looks like from the outside. It's a very big hospital. We specialise in cardiac, cancer and thoracic, and cardiac day cases as well, so cardiothoracic and cardiac short stay patients as well.
We both work in different backgrounds. So I work for cardiology and Shibli works for
cardiothoracics, so slightly different. I'm more surgical, whereas
I'm clinical
and short day cases. This is one of the biggest heart centres in Europe.
It's well known, yeah.
It's very well known. We have amazing team, amazing staff.
Amazing hospital.
Premises is absolutely beautiful.
Friendly,
really nice. The staff are so skilled and just absolutely amazing. This is what the hospital looks like. We're about 5 minutes walk from St Paul's station. When you come into the hospital, the first thing you will need to do is hand sanitize. So as you can see, one of our nurses are coming in, just to show you briefly. You will need to use a hand sanitizer, clean your hands. And this is mainly so we can keep everyone safe. And afterwards, you'll be required to change your mask to a new one. Then you will need to wait in line to be called, and there we go. So if you wait in line, one of our colleagues will check your temperature and take your contact number. So should anything happen, we can contact you afterwards. Here we go. So they're just doing that now. They will tell you what your temperature is when they've taken it.
So as you all know, it should be below 37.8 or 38. Anything above that.
We have markings on the floor to maintain the 2 metre distance, as you can see, our colleague's showing you. And the lifts also can only accommodate 4 people. So we've marked the floors with tape to show how many people are allowed inside. This is what our outpatient looks like, and we have stickers to show the distance, how far you should be away from each other. The hospital in itself is absolutely amazing. Just really beautiful. Downstairs in the basement is diagnostics, and as you go up it'll be more cardiac. So this is the basement where diagnostic is. It's a very clean, nice, new built hospital extended to the original hospital. And today's vlog is going to be speaking to one of the nurses and telling what they do in the Family Liaison Hub. So this is our square, and where we can go outside, and patients can go outside just so they can get a breather. We do have a beautiful...
The square's amazing, isn't it?
In the summer, it's just
nice.
Really beautiful.
Summer, winter, whatever. Christmas, it looks really nice.
It's really pretty. So that's our waterfall. Water fountain. That's where all our ambulances stop as well. So I'll introduce you to Lisa from the Family Liaison Hub.
Okay, so the Family Liaison Hub was set up at the height of the COVID pandemic as a support system for the bedside nurses who were unable to answer the telephones and speak with family members, giving them updates because they needed to be in full PPE. And so what our main role is, or what we started off doing, was essentially keeping the families in the loop, keeping them updated. Each family member or an established next of kin would be given a phone call daily to just make them aware of what has been happening with their relative while here in the intensive care, because they could not visit.
Wonderful. One of the viewers asked, how are you guys looking after the patient's family? So what do you guys do to make them feel comfortable, especially when they're so worried and stressed out?
So we start off by introducing the role of the hub. That's our first contact. As time goes on, and depending on the amount of time that a patient stays with us, we get to know the families over time, and so you can't help but establish not only a rapport but a relationship. Through that, you get to understand what level of support each family needs, because just as the patient is an individual, the family support also needs to be sometimes tailored to their specifics. Overall, it can be quite difficult breaking through what support people need, because it's not easy for someone to actually tell you what they need by way of support. We establish what their social situation is, and mainly now you have got to. Okay, so I think reassuring family members comes with empathizing, putting ourselves in their shoes. I think each of us try to understand or see from their point of view that there was a time when families would stand at the bed space, and as a bedside nurse you'd be able to answer their questions. Seeing is believing sometimes, and they're able to look around and see the environment that their patient is in and somehow be reassured by what they see. In this situation, while they're unable to visit, sometimes we are giving them clinical updates as to what has been happening. But more and more we come to find out that they just want to know some of the seemingly mundane things as to what does my dad look like, or has he had a shave, or just basic things. So we try to put ourselves in people's shoes and just understand how difficult this period is, and the fact that they're unable to visit, and what it would feel like for us ourselves if we had someone in the hospital and we would not be able to visit them as well.
They must get really frustrated. So how would you deal with that? Because obviously not seen, and sometimes they can take it, like I know with retail people get frustrated, and this is like everyday life and people's relatives. So how would you deal with someone that's really frustrated over the phone?
So from time to time we do come across relatives who are frustrated, and their frustrations can stem from different things. Sometimes the frustration is mainly not having enough information sometimes as to what is happening, and not anyone's fault, but with this COVID situation there are a lot of unknowns, and we are learning as time goes on. So sometimes the questions that you would ask specific to generic illnesses would require you to give a time frame as to the recovery of the person, and with COVID you cannot do that. So sometimes the frustration stems from not knowing when there's going to be a light at the tunnel, especially for our patients who are more long-term with us. We do understand as well sometimes people are frustrated if they're unable to visit, and that comes up quite a lot. By and large, most of the families are understanding, but you do have from time to time the frustration does surface, not being able to come in and see someone, especially if you're not getting the best of news in regards to recovery and progression. And what we do is we have to allow people to vent their frustrations if they need to, because it's not their fault that they're feeling that way, and in whatever way you can reassure them. Sometimes we try to find ways around. We circumvent things as much as we can. So where we are unable to let visitors in, for those who are appropriate to have video calls, we can facilitate video calls. For those who could listen with the phone at their ear, we try to do that. Sometimes we need to speak to more than one family member if time allows, because illness is not easily explained in close-knit family settings unless someone grasps it themselves. So sometimes we do little things like that. It's just establishing what is the reason for the frustration at the time and how can we address it.
What's the current rules on visiting the hospital at the moment?
So our policy at the moment is still, unfortunately or fortunately, a no visiting policy. There are exceptions, which sometimes I may not be able to say right now because they can be
Very.
Specific to individuals. It's a no visiting policy, unfortunately.
And then we asked, so one of our other viewers asked, how big a team do you guys have working together
In the hub?
in the hub?
Oh, we started out quite a large team of redeployed nurses from different areas. This is because, as you may well be aware, at the start of the pandemic, we had quite a lot going on, and so we really needed a lot of support. So at that time, we probably had maybe, let's say, 10 members of staff. Since then, we've scaled down. Many reasons. Staff has been returned to their original posts. When we had a break in the pandemic, so you would say after the first wave, we didn't require that amount of beds in this location. As learning progressed, other teams were established elsewhere, which allowed some of the burdens in our location to be eased, and so now we are a team of 5.
Oh, but they're an amazing team, and I've been with them since September, and I can't say how
And we
amazing
love
the work
having
they do.
you here.
And I love being here. It's nice being on the other side of things because I was mainly anaesthetic, so it's nice to see the inpatient stuff of things rather than the surgical side, and it's actually amazing. And honestly speaking, the media can never show what you guys do, so thank you so much. All of you guys are absolutely amazing, and you guys do a great job. And personally, it's just hands down to you guys, hats down. You guys manage the family so well, and you make their lives so amazing as well. And honestly, if you guys could hear some of the thanks we get from the relatives, it's amazing. It does make a massive difference. And it's just having someone there at the end of the phone just to say, yes, everything's okay, and we're doing our best. And I think sometimes we need that, especially now where times are so dark and we don't know what's happening and we don't know where we're going in the future. It's a bit unpredictable. So thank you so much, Family Liaison Hub. We love you.
You're quite welcome. I just wanted to add, it's not all doom and gloom. I wanted to say we have had some of our patients who have recovered and moved forward, and nothing, absolutely nothing replaces the feeling you get when someone is awake for the first time and you're able to facilitate a video call for them to see their family and speak with them. So it's absolutely lovely.
Oh, and they also, which is so amazing, I've never seen anyone do, so the family are allowed to send over pictures, and we have them printed and laminated, and videos and records
and prayers.
Everyone, honestly, don't think just because your families are in hospital, you're not seeing them, then they're going to forget you. They won't forget you. The hub makes such an amazing effort to make sure that the families are connected, if not face to face, then at least visually or through sound or other forms of stuff that get sent over to us. So thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching our blog. It's been interesting, and I hope you've learned some stuff about where we work and the team that we work with. Please like,
subscribe and comment,
and inshallah we'll be back soon with another blog. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.